Well, the American Red Cross has more than 20 volunteers from Connecticut and Rhode Island ready to assist with relief efforts for Hurricane Ian. Some already have boots on the ground. Others are getting ready to deploy. We spoke with one man from Bristol getting ready to deploy. All eyes on Florida as Hurricane Ian makes landfall. Disaster relief organizations, including the American Red Cross, already in place to help provide shelter and supplies to those in need. Volunteers from Connecticut assisting more than 500 volunteers from across the country who've signed up to work at shelters and help with supply distribution and disaster assessment. Volunteer Gary Licio from Bristol is getting packed and ready to deploy in case more help is needed. He says his parents live in Central Florida.
And they're like, yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with the house in this storm.
This would be Licio's first deployment, but it's a cause close to his heart. He's been a Red Cross blood donor since 2015 and wanted to pitch in.
We don't know what's going to happen, like what they may lose or have lost as is. So being able to help is just going to be a really good thing to do for them.
Stamford-based organization Americares is getting ready to deploy relief workers to Florida. They donated medicine, medical supplies, and grants to partner organizations across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama ahead of the storm. A team will go there to determine additional needs as well. U.S. Emergency Response Director Marielle Fontaine tells me she's leaving Wednesday night.
Getting medicine out after disasters is incredibly important. A lot of times people have to evacuate quickly. They tend to forget medicines, in addition to the injuries and medical needs that come from the disaster itself.
Teams will work with primary care providers to offer basic medical care and ensure locals with chronic conditions still have their medicines, such as insulin for patients with diabetes. Fontaine says Americares will also provide mental health support to healthcare providers and first responders.
All right, so Alicia, we heard airports in both Tampa and Orlando are now closed because of this storm. How are these crews going to get down to Florida successfully if they can't get into those airports?
Yeah, well, Ben, the plan is for them to get to the closest airport they can access and then head out from there to Tampa and surrounding areas wherever the need is the most. Americares also has volunteers that are heading out to Florida this weekend as well. We're live in Farmington. Alicia Machado, Fox 61 News.